Hey guys, Dr. Anderson here, Anderson Podiatry Center. I'm here with Micheal, who comes all the way from California, Southern California. And man, was he excited when he first talked to me about, hoping to get rid of his restless legs. And I'm going to go over probably about 3 different things with him. But first off, let's talk about how is it done so far. I mean, yesterday was his second leg, just yesterday, and he's leaving today, going back to California. So how do you think you're doing so far?
So far, so good. It was nice. Last night was the first night I had both legs operated on,
Right.
I could feel some differences, notable differences, especially like from my left to the right. It's been over a week for my left leg, so last night the only what I call episodes, RLS episodes, happened was like a little twitch, and then about 90 seconds later, another little twitch. And then that was gone. And I felt like, because normally that's when I'm like, uh-oh, here it goes.
And it keeps going on for, how long does it go on? Hours?
Hours until
it's like it's wanting to start, but it
doesn't. Correct. And then so last night as well, this leg, I had it elevated with the ice underneath here. And then at one point I felt like, oh, I'm going to have an episode. And then it twitched for a second. And then it wasn't very painful at all. And then about 60 seconds later, it did it again. And then I was like, okay, is this going to keep continuing all night? And then it subsided right away. And then I was able to go back to bed or go back to sleep. And actually, so it happened before I was going to sleep. And then I was able to fall asleep and stay asleep.
Normally you would have been awoken.
Normally, I would have to get up, walk around, make it go away, lay back down, hoping I could fall asleep before it kicked in again, which it never did. It would always kick in again.
And sometimes mentally it'll take a while because over time this should gradually get even better still.
Right.
But it takes a while, and people get very anxious because they feel that they go, oh my gosh, it's going to happen again. And it,
very much so.
So you just take some time.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, hey, I came out, I did all this surgery, because like I told you, there was a point in my life where the pain was so bad that I considered amputation. As weird as that sounds, but that's the pain that I was in. Now, normally I would go cut off my legs, but that's the type of the pain that I was in. And now, like, I don't have that pain. I don't have to keep your legs. I want to keep my legs.
That's a good point. We would like to think that. It's a good plan. But and the other thing I want to bring up is he has a complication, and I think it's kind of good to share this because people need to know that there are things that can happen, and one of the things that we see once in a while is called a hematoma. And a hematoma just means there can be a collection of blood where we did surgery, after surgery, because when we're in there, we're always careful to what we call cauterize, OB, any bleeders that we have, and if they're bigger veins, we may have to tie them off. But occasionally they can reopen or they can start bleeding after the surgery's over with. And indeed, that's probably what happened over here. He says it's pretty sensitive right here. And we actually have an interventional radiologist right next door to our clinic. Ran him over there real quick, make sure he didn't have blood clot, make sure that it was just a hematoma. So he actually has a hematoma there. And that's going to be there. It could be there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and the body will gradually dissolve away the blood, but it causes, is it kind of like a dull, achy, deep?
Yeah, it's only pain on palpation or pain when you touch it because it's so swollen. Outside of that, it's good. This leg being done yesterday, it feels great. I can put weight on it. I'm slow moving, of course, because of the sutures and everything. But
just to speak to people, I mean, aside from the hematoma, just really explain. Aside from that having happened, well, how much pain medication did you take, or some people just take?
Really. So I was prescribed narcotics and ibuprofen. So as a Marine, you take ibuprofen 800s like Tic Tac. So I was used to that. So I stuck with the 800 milligrams, and I only used the narcotics when after like a full day of moving around when it really hurt. I would use the narcotics, but outside of that, Motrin.
Pain pretty surprisingly low?
Low, yes. As long as I just kind of move slow and stuff.
Because you got out and did stuff.
Yeah, no, I went to the brewery. We're not from Colorado, so I was going to go check it out. So I got me a brewery shirt, and we moved around a lot, but I just want the people out there to know that there is hope. and I'm not paid for any of this.
Right.
And I just want you guys all to know that there is hope.
Yeah.
Like, you're not alone. I felt so alone. And the moment I found out about the surgery, I couldn't get an appointment quick enough. So flew all the way out to Colorado, and if this is as good as it's going to get, then I'm happy. But I know it's getting better day by day.
Very good. Appreciate it. You've been great to work with, and so is your wife over here in the corner. But anyway, no, we really appreciate that, sharing all that, because people need to know that there is some hope. And again, it's a different way of looking at it, folks. We believe there's a lot of mechanics of this. It's compression, it's mechanics. It's not necessarily dopamine and
this is not vein surgery. I posted something on the social media last night, and somebody was all like, "Vein surgery doesn't work," and I'm like, "Yeah, because this isn't vein surgery."
Right, exactly. But and consider reading my book. It's called The Perfect Night's Sleep. A lot of people do that. Learn more about how I've been kind of put in this position to help people with this. We are definitely giving you a counterattack to the drugs you're on. We really are trying to let people know, hey, you know what? There's another way out of this. You don't have to be on these drugs. It's unnecessary for many of you. There is this other option out there that you need to really think about, especially if it's really severe. And we have a really good way to handle people from out of state, and we even accept California people here in Colorado. Just joking. But anyway, appreciate it, and good luck to you. Thank you for sharing. And again, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.